Hello, this is Heisenberg.
Hey guys, G Forever here.
Yes, we're here to point out Easter eggs and details about the new Godzilla vs. Kong trailer.
Yes, so I've watched it about 30 or plus times already and try to dissect a lot from it. So I guess we can point out what we found.
Yeah, so I'm going to show some still images. So let me put those on screen.
All right, so there might be potential spoilers. So if you don't want spoilers, you should stop watching now.
Okay, so what are we looking at here, G Forever?
All right, so first thing I see, it looks like there's a Godzilla-like image in the background. But if you've seen the leaked photos of the Godzilla versus Kong Playmates toys from the Hong Kong Toy Show, I believe that's Mechagodzilla.
Yeah. It looks like he's not even in disguise. It looks like yeah, it looks very metallic there.
He looks a bit metallic, and
And
he has some red, which is what we saw on the toys. There's a bunch of red coloring on the toys. And another cool thing is this looks to be Hong Kong. My parents are from Hong Kong, and I did visit Hong Kong back in 2015 for the first time, and this reminds me a lot of that city. So
oh yeah, and there's yeah. Oh, that's very cool. And there's other
yeah.
indications that we're seeing Mechagodzilla in the trailer. If we
Hmm.
go like a little later in the trailer, if you look at the
Yes.
screen here,
And look at the back in the background. You'll see some battery systems. I assume that's maximum charge.
yeah, and then look
And
at the
look at,
schematic, like
yep,
above and below that.
yep. So we could definitely see some Mechagodzilla-like feet. And if you kind of look up a little bit, that kind of looks like the body and the arms
Oh
and the
yeah, and the
tail.
tail there
Yep,
too.
down below.
Yeah, so it looks like yeah, and then so you might wonder, it's like, okay, where did Mechagodzilla come from?
Mm-hmm.
So there'll be clues to that later on too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, also, and just looking at the logo, here's the Warner Brothers logo.
Yes. So Warner Brothers logo and the Legendary logo, you'll notice there's a multicolor, just a
Yeah, it
lot of
looks
multicolors,
yeah, it looks like
which is
circuitry.
circuitry as well. So the multicolors, I believe, are the rainbow colors from Mechagodzilla's I-beams from the 1974 and 75 movies. The circuitry can also hint to something mechanical.
Yeah, and also one thing others to notice is that there's cave drawings here.
Yep.
Looks like a Kong on the left.
Yeah, so the WB screen has Kong, and I don't know if you have the next slide, that
Yeah, and here's
shows kind of
Legendary.
yep, shows Godzilla, and you'll see that the same rainbow-like colors and the circuitry
Yeah,
are
and got
also peeling
oh yeah,
around.
and Godzilla on the right.
Yep,
So yeah, so this indicates, and these being cave drawings, this indicates that there's been like Kongs and Godzillas
in
like
the
in the
past.
past as well.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
And
very cool.
what's kind of cool is if you notice like um the legendary and WB logos are quite normal, but there are some parts of it that shows this rainbow color, which is similar to Mechagodzilla's transformation. He has the Godzilla skin on top, and then when he's revealed, parts of him are revealed to be mechanical,
Oh yeah, you're referring back
and
to
the
the
transformation scene as well.
yeah, you're referring back to the original Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, the
Yep,
1974.
1974. Yes, yes.
Yeah. He's actually when he first appears, he's disguised as Godzilla,
Yep.
and then when he transforms into the mechanical Mechagodzilla, there's like a rainbow colors. Yep.
Yes. So not just the transformation, but also his eye beams. So I think Godzilla fans probably picked this up, or I hope something kind of reminds them of the 74 and 75 movies.
Oh yeah. So what else is going
All
on? Oh
right.
yeah, here's some things I wanted to point out. Talking about color again, you see this on the poster, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So in the movies, in the past, MonsterVerse movies, that obviously they associate blue with Godzilla, and this kind of like orange red color, kind of like a clay color with
Mm-hmm.
Kong,
Yep.
and even in the trailer, it's everywhere.
Mm.
Like if you look for it, I might be reading a little too much into it, but like here's
Mm-hmm.
the boat that's Kong is on,
Ah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
the boat itself is painted red.
Yep.
And then like yeah, it's a little hard to tell here, but I think in some If you look at the on the right
On the
side,
right, yeah,
the
blue
cargo
and red.
containers, there's a red one and a blue one.
Oh wow.
And then and then look at this guy showing up with his sunglasses.
hmm
Again, it's
He
like
is like a
it
reddish.
looks as there's a reddish tint to his sunglasses.
Yeah.
So it's if you start again, it's possible to read too much into it because I mean, obviously red and blue are common colors.
Yeah.
So you might start if you look for it, you might start seeing them everywhere. But I think it's kind of fun because it's
I
clear
think so.
because I mean it's obvious on the posters that they're
Yes,
doing it a
yes.
lot.
Yep.
But yeah, and then
And even like the text too, I believe,
oh yeah,
at the fonts that they're using.
and then talking about Kong on the boat, here's like one
Yeah.
detail that actually I know someone else pointing out.
Yep.
They got a
He's the
collar on him.
collar with looks like some sort of drug
Yeah. And it looks like it's got a drug in it to maybe keep him subdued.
subdued. Yeah.
Uh, yeah. And the fact that he's on this boat sort of like harkens back, chained up on the boat. This harkens back both to the original 1933 Kong and and
62.
yeah, the 62 Godzilla versus Kong,
Yeah, so I
or that was King Kong versus Godzilla.
King Kong versus Godzilla, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I haven't seen the 33 movie. I
Yeah,
definitely need to
yeah,
find time
yeah.
to
You don't
watch
actually
it.
see him. Well, maybe because of the to save on the budget, you don't actually
hmm
see him on the boat. But you sort of like but they make it clear. They say it's like okay,
hmm
we're
Transporting.
gonna like put him on the boat. And there's like a scenes where he's on the boat where you don't actually see him. You don't
Yeah.
see him, but they say it's like we're on the boat now. We're heading home, and we've got Kong on the boat.
Ah, yeah. So for me, like I've seen King Kong versus Godzilla 1962. So in my memory, this scene reminds me a lot where King Kong was like he was drugged with the berry juice and he was transported on the boat. And this scene here just reminds me a lot of the same boat, similar boat that's transporting him.
Oh yeah,
So
oh
he
yeah,
was on a raft in that movie, but it looks like he's just on the platform here.
yeah. And then here's one thing I think you
Yeah.
wanted to point out. Yeah, there's the girl too. This
Yeah,
and it looks
so it
like the
looks
character
like
is named Gia,
okay.
Jia.
JIA,
So I'm
okay.
assuming it's pronounced Gia. I don't know.
Yep. So or Ja.
Cha could be.
Yeah. If it's kind of an Asian, if it's similar to Chinese, it might be Ja. But yeah, Jia or Ja. So it looks like she has some roots to like those natives on Skull Island, and I'm not sure if she's like the sole survivor. Maybe after the Skull Island movie, there were more radiation tests or something. We don't know yet. And maybe she's the only survivor, or maybe her family died and somehow she and Kong has a connection. This scene here reminds me a lot of the previous 2019 Godzilla King of the Monsters movie where Millie
Yeah.
Bobby Brown character touches Mothra for the first time.
Oh
So
yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah.
It's a nice. Yeah, I like the scene too. And then,
Yep.
but notice again, it's like with the colors.
hmm
What
She's red.
yeah, she's got what the cloth. Yeah, the clothes she's wearing is red. And then
Yeah.
the
Is
lights
very
they're
blue.
shining on the ship are blue, which might
Yep.
be like a foreshadowing of
That
Godzilla
Godzilla's on the
coming.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Very cool. So it does look like Team Kong is gonna be red and Team Godzilla is gonna be a bluish uh
yeah.
color.
And I
So
think that was
very
in the
cool.
true. Yeah, that carries over from the previous movies too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and then here they are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
here's this great.
going at
Oh
it.
yeah. I'm really glad that they actually looks like that is like a fight with physical contact.
Mm-hmm.
That they really go at each other.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it looks like it's quite a fight, or it's going to be quite a fight. And it's interesting. Like this is the probably the first time we're seeing the legendary Godzilla, the American 2014 and 2019 Godzilla, actually attacking the military instead of trying his best to avoid harming people. I think my theory, is Godzilla senses that the humans have created this cyborg or clone Godzilla clone, and I'm thinking maybe he's taking out. There's some in another screenshot later. We'll see there's some Apex facilities. I'm not sure if those are the same facilities that are keeping monsters captive, the Titans captive, kind of holding them in like in sleep or something, or if they're completely different. But regardless, like I'm guessing the fake Godzilla might be taking out other Titans, and Godzilla's not too happy about it.
Yeah, yeah,
So he's
yeah.
very very pissed off at the people.
Yeah, it certainly seems like this is it. We're getting a angry, violent Godzilla in the
Yeah,
trailer, and again, there's people aren't sure why. But
yeah,
yeah,
they're
one
not sure
theory
what's
is that
going on.
maybe there's this Apex company is up to no good, and he's attack just primarily attacking them, or maybe he's being controlled. Maybe he's being controlled or some sort of
Yeah,
control
or
to make him
ultimately this
aggravated.
ultimately maybe the most of the movie it's not even Godzilla. It could be fake Godzilla,
Yeah,
like
another
a
theory
Godzilla in
is that this is
disguise.
actually, again, harkening back to the original 1974 movie. Again, Mechagodzilla is originally in disguise as Godzilla. And so, yeah,
Kind of framing him.
maybe this is actually Mechagodzilla. I'm
It
actually
could.
hoping it's Godzilla.
Me too.
I'd be kind of disappointed if it turned out at the end it's like, oh,
The whole movie was
we've been watching Mechagodzilla all
the whole
along
time.
instead of Godzilla because I'm more interested in Godzilla.
Me too. Me
Uh,
too.
but yeah,
So yeah,
I'm thinking more that it's like I'm hoping it's Godzilla, and I'm hoping he has a reason for behaving the way he does.
yeah. I think he's behaving erratically because of the human creation of Mechagodzilla.
But yeah,
So
going back to the logos, because the logos, like when you watch the video, they sort of like this hint of circuitry kind of like comes and goes, which
yes,
makes you
yes.
think that maybe maybe Mechagodzilla can like create a rather than like a physical scan, maybe he can create like a
An
hologram,
illusion, hologram.
hologram
Oh yeah,
around him, and
yeah.
so this is like a hint that sometimes when you see Godzilla, it's actually just it's Mechagodzilla with a
Hologram.
hologram,
That's
and I'd
true.
like to see that, but I don't want it to be,
Overused.
used a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Then yeah, like again, as you pointed out, Godzilla's really on the
He's a
attack here. So
yeah.
this is his
So
tail.
yep.
This is his tail about to make contact with this
Fighter
fighter
jet.
jet.
Yeah, I think it's really cool because we've never seen the legendary Godzilla attacking the military, and that was something I really was surprised when I saw the 2014 film. The 2019 film, I kind of understood why he wasn't attacking the military, but like the 2014 one, it looks like he just woke up from his long slumber, and I would think like being more of this
He was
just woken up. He's like, oh, what are all these things flying around,
yeah,
or
he's
the
just
ships coming?
focused. Yeah,
Yeah, he's very
he
focused
was
on the
very focused
motifs.
on the Mutos. Yeah.
Yeah,
So the
but I'm
and
really glad to see some
and he was very focused on King Ghidorah in the
King
last
Ghidorah. Yeah,
movie.
yes,
But
yes,
yeah, I'm really glad that they're returning to whatever reason. I really don't care too much about the reason. I'm really glad that they're returning to like to sort of like the angry,
angry Godzilla.
violent Godzilla on the
Yeah,
attack. It's
yeah,
like
the anti-hero Godzilla. So I like this. Like I really love it when Godzilla is kind of the anti-hero. Of course, I love Godzilla no matter if he's a hero, a villain, or an anti-hero. But I prefer it when he's an anti-hero. So he's kind of like he's a good guy, but he's not really out there to protect the humans, but kind of just defending the Earth.
yeah. But
Um,
Kong, but it looks like they are keeping Kong in the role as defender.
yes,
And
yes.
yeah, it looks like they're giving him a lot of like. Looks like he's gonna like
He's
got a
being
really
focused on
he's got a big part. At least looks like in the trailer, he's got a
from
big
the
part
trailer.
and a
Yeah,
lot of personality, which I'm
yeah.
also glad about because I think that's what one of the key elements of the original 1933
Mm-hmm.
King Kong, the
Mm-hmm.
original King Kong movies. That King Kong had lots of personality and
Yeah.
was very sympathetic. So I think they're return. Yeah, I think they're being true to that. That
Yeah.
he's got a lot of personality and he's going to be sympathetic. So I'm very
Yeah, so
glad.
a lot of the dialogue is all about Kong, and it looks like, yeah, even like you can see all the emotions in his face.
Oh
It
yeah,
really looks like they're focusing on Kong as as the good guy, and Godzilla's kind of a mystery here. They don't know what's going on, which is kind of cool. I like how Godzilla's kind of swimming like Jaws, in the water, and then just kind of comes up and almost bites Kong in the face when he hits the ship. So, but yeah, I mean, I do hope that they do focus a little bit more on Godzilla in the actual film because I'm Team Godzilla all the way.
Well,
Uh,
well again, I'm a huge fan of the original, yeah, again,
Kong,
1933 Kong. So if
yeah,
they can sort of like, so yeah, if they,
have a good balance, right?
so yeah, I'm actually happy to have a lot of
More
Kong
Kong,
in here.
yeah.
It's like especially like I really like how he's portrayed in this trailer,
Hmm.
with again
Yeah,
a lot of sympathy, a lot of personality. So
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
fine for that.
All right.
I'd be fine with if like a lot of the film just focuses on Kong.
So you're Team Kong, huh?
Well, I just want to have a good, I just want to
A
have a
good time.
good time.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to have some good fights, but
Yep.
good fights but yeah, I want the monsters to have a lot of like character and personality.
Yep.
So yeah, if they don't give Godzilla much personality, I'll be kind of annoyed. If he's just like
Hmm.
if he is like just being mind controlled the whole
Uh-huh.
time, I'd be kind of annoyed about that.
Yeah, that could be another thing. Like they could have the Orca or something that's just causing him to go crazy. I assume the terrorist group is in this movie. I'm not sure if they're now they now name themselves Apex or something.
Well, we'll see. We'll get to that.
We'll
We'll
see.
get to that slide later.
And then on this
But
screenshot
yeah, if you
here,
look at the
on the
left,
upper left, so a lot of people think this looks like Gamera or this looks like Super X, but I think that's the was it HEV vehicle?
yeah,
Um,
HEAV. I think it's the Hollow
HEAV.
Earth. I think it's the Hollow Earth anti-gravity vehicle
Ah, yes,
that comes
yes,
with the
yeah.
Skull Crawler Playmates
From the
toy.
Playmates toy. Yep. So
Yeah,
I
so I
believe
think
that's what it
yeah, so
is.
I think here Kong is in Hollow Earth, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe Monarch. I assume
Mm-hmm.
Monarch actually has the HEAV vehicles.
I would think
So
so. Yeah.
Monarch, like yeah, again they sort of like went and got him on the boat, and now they're sort of like taking him to
To the
this
Hollow Earth.
to Hollow Earth, for and why we'll see in a moment.
Yep.
But oh yeah, yeah. So I think
Yeah,
that's
if you
what the
look in the
vehicle is.
background, you'll see looks like the mountains are upside down. One thing that's really interesting is in the 1974 Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, I think there was a scene where the prophecy where they were saying like there's two suns, one rising from the east and the other from the west. And I think there was an upside down cloud or volcano, like a black cloud. So I'm not sure if this is playing homage or there might be something more significant here to the 74 movie. So I think it's pretty cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so here he is. I think what they did, they took him to Hollow Earth, I think, to get this battle axe.
Yeah, so it looks to me this is probably the Godzilla's lair in the Hollow Earth or somewhere where this is like the Gods like where the Godzilla's
Oh, well, I think no,
family.
I think this is actually where like the ancient Kongs were. Because remember, there's
Well,
the hand. Because yeah,
there's the
he sees
hand.
the handprint on the rock.
Well,
Like they think,
maybe later on. I think this
okay,
particular scene, you see there's a lot of blue in the background.
yeah, that's true.
I think that in this particular scene, he might be in Godzilla's side of the Hollow Earth, or
Hmm.
somewhere maybe where a lot of Godzilla's kind of died, or like a Godzilla graveyard or something, and then he picks up this battle axe.
No, possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was under the impression that he was like on sort of like ancient Kong area, and
Yeah.
and some ancient Kongs made this axe in the past,
Okay.
and so they took him there to get it.
Yeah. Or
But
maybe this is like the battleground when there's both Godzilla and Kong remains.
oh yeah, cool. But
And he finds this battle
But
axe.
yeah, here's another shot of the battle axe. You can see it looks like it's a bone with a piece of
Godzilla's
Godzilla's
spike.
spike there, and it looks like.
Yep,
And again,
wrapped.
my guess is that it's not from the current Godzilla, but it's from a former Godzilla.
I would think so too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then here's
Yeah.
another shot of it, and of course they went so far as to actually making the. It's a
Ah,
little strange, but the
there's
battle
some
axe,
red glow.
yeah, actually glows red in some scenes. So again,
Yeah,
with
that's
that,
interesting. I actually
keep.
didn't see that
Oh yeah, keeping with the
before.
keeping with the
The red
red
theme.
motif.
Yeah, so maybe it draws power from the fin or something.
Yeah, I don't know
Um,
why it would glow red. I don't know if they'll explain why, but I mean,
yeah.
it sort of like adds more color.
Yep. And
Uh,
looks like there's two HEAV vehicles
HEAVs.
in the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
HEAV vehicles in the background.
yeah.
All
And
right.
then, oh yeah, and then while he's still down there, this bat
There's a
thing,
bunch of bats.
and there's, I think, again, this might
I
be
don't
an,
think I don't think this thing is from Skull Island after looking closely. It looks like a new bat creature.
and here's another shot of him.
Yep.
But yeah, but this was, I think this might be the creature, I forget the name, that was already sort of announced, because there was one creature announced that sort of first appeared, I think, in the comic book,
Oh, okay.
and uh, and it has a name, and there's some
Okay.
drawings of it.
Interesting.
And then I think they said, it was indicated that it was going to be in the
Gonna be in
movie,
the movie. Okay.
but
So
I haven't been, yeah, I forget the name.
okay. So before we move on, if you look closely, it looks like there's some blue glow. I'm thinking that might be an elder Godzilla corpse or something.
Yeah, or some
Um,
sort of drawing or something. It's not,
or
but definitely
something.
it looks like Godzilla.
Yep.
I don't know if it
So it's
would be a
something, some
corpse or
sort
some
of,
sort of glowing drawing or
yeah, either
what.
a glowing drawing or I think it could be maybe one of the, maybe there was a war between the monsters and this was like a fallen Godzilla,
Because here's a closer
or
view of
something.
it, and
Yeah,
there's
Kong's
Kong,
stepping on
and
it.
yeah, and he's standing on it. But here it
Yeah,
looks to me, it looks very flat. It just looks
that's
like a
true.
glowing drawing.
That's true. It could be just a drawing and then the um, the glow maybe is just from the hollow earth where the remains are. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
maybe like some artist. Yeah, maybe
Yep.
maybe it was the artist created it. Maybe they carved out some did some sort of carving where there's light coming from the other side.
Yeah, yeah. But
Oh,
definitely you can see the blue Godzilla silhouette in the background.
oh yeah. And then here's a slightly even closer shot of it.
Yeah. So it looks like those bats are either attacking him or they're flying away from him.
Yeah, oh yeah, probably gonna attack there. And speaking of attack,
And war bats. We
Warbat,
get
two of
we
them.
get two of them.
And
So
I made this image a little brighter compared to the
okay.
trailer, so we would see it a little clearer.
Yeah, so it looks like they're like the new and improved skull crawlers. Because if we see their faces, they kind of resemble Skullcrawler a little bit.
Yeah, I heard
Um,
one theory is that they were created from like the remains of King Ghidorah,
King Ghidorah.
which I don't believe, but again, there's a
Mm,
little resemblance, being sort of like snake-like, that
Snake-like.
it's kind of like
Yeah,
his head.
I don't think they're.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
don't
they
think
are.
they're. I
Yeah,
don't think they are.
yeah, I think they're just sort of like like creature Hollow Earth creatures basically.
Yep. The only another theory I heard from another fan is this could kind of because they're talking about there's a war between the monsters, and we know King Ghidorah is not from this Earth, and then we see these war bat creatures with Final Wars Gigan like wings. There could be a hint that space monsters, like maybe Gigan, foreshadowing Gigan. I don't know. Maybe people are looking too deep into it, but it does look like Gigan wings, like the Final Wars Gigan's wing,
Yeah, well,
in
I
certain
think I mostly
angles.
have a simpler theory, which is like one of the really cool, again, going back
Hmm.
to the original 1933 King Kong, one of the
Hmm.
real cool monsters
Like the
that Kong
snakes,
fights is a giant snake.
giant
So I
snake.
think
Yeah,
this is just like, okay, let's have a giant snake
snake.
fight
But let's
Kong,
make
but to
it modern.
make him look even better, let's put some wings on him.
Wings on them. Yeah,
So I think it's just sort of like this is just a giant snake for Kong to fight,
that's cool.
which is fine with me, because
Yeah.
that's one of the best fights in the original 1933 Kong is Kong
No,
with the
cool,
snake.
cool.
And yeah,
Yep.
they brought the snake back on the 1976 Kong.
Oh, okay.
There's a giant. He fights a giant snake there too, which is
Oh,
a
okay.
pretty good fight, but not as good as 1933.
I see. Yeah, so
And
we'll
then
see
yeah,
like a
here's
modern fight. So he slams,
and we
one
know.
war bat into the
Oh
other.
yeah, and we know this is Warbat from the toy.
The
So
toy.
if you
Yep.
watch our other videos, we actually have the toy.
Yeah,
Uh,
we're
yeah,
might be one of the first in the U.S.
yeah, we're one of the first
Out
in the U.S. to have the toy because we
Yep.
paid a lot of
Extra
we paid a lot too much for it on eBay.
to
Uh,
bring it from the
yeah,
UK
to bring it
over
over
here.
from England.
Yep.
And but yeah, so we reviewed that, so you can check out our
Yeah,
video of that too.
definitely check that out.
Oh yeah, but yeah,
Yeah, because
Warbat.
Warbat's kind of neat.
Yep.
Neat toy. So here, the Storm Tracker. If you guys remember Godzilla 2000, the GPN Godzilla Prediction Network, I think this might be playing homage to it. And another kind of neat, the green color kind of reminds me of Super X2, like kind of the shape as well, that truck shape too. Um, with all the things on top
Oh yeah.
as well. So,
So apparently
uh,
they're trying to figure out like yeah what Godzilla is up to.
yeah, so it looks like Madison is not with her dad. It looks like she's kind of on her own journey with some other friends that believe in her theory that Godzilla's something's causing Godzilla to attack, and it's not really his fault. So that's kind of cool. We have some, like the
Yeah.
GPN folks from Godzilla 2000. They're actually studying Godzilla and not actually trying to kill Godzilla.
Oh
So
yeah.
I kind of like this. So you have a team Godzilla, and then you have that the new cast that looks like they're Team Kong, and then I think Madison's father is kind of like in the middle. Like I think he's also going to be on Godzilla's side. He's trying to figure out why Godzilla is attacking. And this is a great
Yeah.
screenshot here. It's quite as a lot of it's actually quite
Oh yeah, yeah. So I
readable.
think this is yeah, yeah, and again, I think it's sort of what's her name? Yeah, the girl
Madison?
Madison.
Yeah,
Yeah, Madison and her team came up with
yeah.
this. But yeah, no, some of this is like harkens back to the former movies. Like I think
Mm-hmm.
the nuclear cover
Cover up.
up. I think goes back to the 2014 movie,
Mm-hmm.
and the reference to Antarctica I think is
Yeah,
a
for King
reference to the
Ghidorah.
2019 movie.
Yeah, no
But
go zone for Taurus.
but then I think there's a lot of here. But yeah, there's a lot of mention of Apex. Apex
Mhm.
facility
Facility
attacked.
number
Apex Facility
6.
6, Godzilla attack.
Yeah,
There's
Apex
Apex
number
number 2,
2. Facility
and
number
then
2.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So then
You'll
Godzilla attack. But yeah,
Yeah.
so it looks
So
like
if you look at the numbers, it looks like Godzilla attack number 3 appears twice. I don't know if that's a hint. Is there two Godzillas attacking? If you look at Sahara Desert. Oh,
yeah, oh yeah. I'm just gonna zoom in here more.
yep.
Here we are. If I can get it to do that.
So if you go to the Sahara, um, so you'll see Godzilla attack number 3.
Yeah,
Scroll down to the right near Madagascar, and down
Godzilla
to the
attack
right,
number 3. Yeah,
Godzilla
it's
number
mentioned
3
there.
again.
And
So
again,
there's two Godzilla
and they
attacks.
asked, is there a connection between Godzilla and
So
Apex?
Apex.
So what's Apex? And then so I went to also internet internet movie database
Okay.
and looking at the cast
Yep.
for the movie,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of the actors are listed as like employees of
Apex.
And it's Apex Cybernetics.
Cybernetics.
Yeah, Apex Cybernetics.
Cybernetics.
So now
Okay.
it starts to make sense here. So if we
That's
go back,
real.
let me go back to the full screen here. How do I go back to full screen here?
All right. So the Apex facilities are not the same facilities holding the Titans. Okay.
So, well, it's not clear what the full story is, but yeah, going back here. So my guess is this is
One of
inside
the
Apex.
villains. Yeah.
So my guess is if it's Apex Cybernetics, my guess is Apex is the one who like at least part of what they're up to is that they're the ones who made Mechagodzilla.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what we're looking at here.
Okay.
And that I think that's what's somehow made Godzilla upset. And maybe they're doing other nasty things that got Godzilla's attention.
Maybe they're experimenting on other like weaker Titans. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Godzilla's
Maybe
not
they're
happy on
attacking
that.
because it looks like oh I forgot to do the one screenshot because also there's a scene where where you see what's the girl's name?
Madison?
Madison's
Yep.
father, and there's and where he's in like a tent and there's a screen.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I looked at closely at the screen. I adjusted the lighting on the screen,
Mm-hmm.
and it's sort of like it's Godzilla is attacking Pensacola, Florida. And it
Oh.
says it's an Apex facility.
Ah.
So yeah, so it looks like Godzilla here is attacking Apex facilities in particular. Let me zoom in
Okay, so
again.
he's not attacking like the cities specifically. He's attacking the Apex facilities, and maybe the cities just get in the way.
Yeah, maybe other things like here. It's like so. What's next? Is it an Apex facility,
Government
building, water
water
facilities, or
facilities,
like I think maybe a
power,
pier? Is it power
pier
or
and
maybe
mall.
pier and mall? I don't know what mall they're talking about.
Yeah, and you
But
look at Brazil here. It's like there's a red square, And I want to say the fight between Godzilla and King Ghidorah, the first fight, where the terrorists recovered the lost King Ghidorah head. I believe they're in South America.
Okay.
So
But yeah, so the yeah, so it's like yeah, so this little sticker like close to Florida says
next
next
Apex
Apex
facility.
facility with a question mark. Yeah,
Yep.
or yeah, and then next Godzilla attack
Question
down
mark.
there. So yeah, so it looks like Godzilla's going after Apex. Yeah, so
Okay.
like this thing here, this note on the left says Apex
Hmm.
facility attacked.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, and then I heard one. Some people think this might be like an image of
Skull Island.
oh actually of like the Hollow Earth.
Oh, Hollow
Like remember
Earth. Okay.
when they went to Skull Island, they were kind of like trying to do imaging. They were trying to
Yep.
like do seismic imaging to
Yep.
see if it was hollow. And then
Yep.
of course this looks like one of the
The
sounds.
mutal sound. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, so it looks like it. So I kind of like the idea that Godzilla is not under control and he's not really sort of like too villainous. That he's
Yeah, it looks
got
like he has a reason he's doing this.
yeah that he's
And he's actually going after specific areas, not just, just destroying for,
yeah
for
he's going
fun.
after Apex because they're doing something villainous, and it seems like part of one thing that they're doing is making Mechagodzilla. And
Yep.
maybe Mechagodzilla
And
will be disguised as Godzilla again, maybe to
yeah.
just as part of who knows what, they're just sort of like trying to fool people, turn
Hmm.
people against Godzilla. So
Yep.
maybe Apex is against the Titans. They're attacking the Titans.
Hmm.
They want to have like a
And the only Titan that can save the other Titans would be Godzilla. So in order to make everyone want to kill Godzilla, then all the other Titans become vulnerable.
yeah.
So
So some of these attacks might actually have been Mechagodzilla.
yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I think this is actually coming. Yeah, I think what we're coming, brainstorming here is kind of
Oh,
pretty
notice
fun.
Hong Kong
I
isn't on this map here, is it? Can't really
No,
tell.
because I think it's mostly on the South America and in
Yeah, it goes as
Africa.
far as Hawaii,
Yeah,
and
and
then it
we
doesn't. Yeah,
doesn't show.
so we don't get any clues if like there's an apex connection to Hong Kong,
Yeah.
because it looks like Godzilla and Kong end up in Hong Kong.
Yeah, so this is the so before we go to Night Hong Kong, one other thing I want to point out is in Godzilla versus against Mechagodzilla, 2002, and the 2003 Godzilla, Mothra, Mechagodzilla, Tokyo SOS movies. Godzilla was attacking because the humans took Godzilla's bones and created Kiryu or Mechagodzilla in that movie. So I think they're kind of using the similar theme that you're building the mechanical version or the clone version, and Godzilla's not happy about that.
Yeah. It could be Apex is using maybe some bones, bones of an old Godzilla,
Yep,
and or they also might be using
with the
part of
DNA.
King Ghidorah,
Yep,
which
could
would
be.
also get his
Yeah,
attention.
that definitely piss Godzilla off. So it'll be cool if it's like a hybrid Godzilla, Ghidorah, and Mechagodzilla combined type monsters. But we'll see.
Yeah, no sign that these are space aliens
Not yet.
doing this. So I wouldn't
Hey,
mind it.
I wouldn't mind it too. That
I
would be
wouldn't mind.
cool.
I wouldn't mind
Imagine
if the
Apex is actually run by aliens. That would be
I
that would
wouldn't
be
mind it if they're
wild.
if they're because again we got precedent for aliens. King Ghidorah they said was an alien,
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
wouldn't mind if the
Not from
aliens
this
show up in
planet.
their UFOs and their silver suits and their black
Oh yeah.
haircuts.
Oh yeah. And
Uh,
then you rip their face off and they're actually green gorillas.
yeah. Well, I wouldn't go that far, but
But yeah, I'm liking all these theories that we're coming up with, and this is a beautiful shot of Godzilla in Hong Kong. At first, I thought is this Neo Hong Kong or something, but apparently, if you kind of go on to the internet, I guess 5 years really does change a lot. Hong Kong does have a lot of lights at night, so it's a very impressive city.
yeah, and one
For lighting.
and if I can complain about other YouTubers for a moment, or one YouTuber in particular, it's like, I went to Yeah, I was curious if anybody else had done like a video on like Easter eggs in this
Uh-huh.
in this trailer, and I found a YouTuber of like 2 million plus subscribers
Oh no.
already had his video up. It's like, oh, here's Godzilla versus Kong trailer Easter eggs, and one
Mm-hmm.
thing, and man, was that lame. I mean, he just knew nothing. The guy knew nothing about Godzilla or about the history of these movies. And he said one detail he got wrong was it's like he said, "Oh yeah, here's Godzilla in Tokyo."
Oh
And
man.
man, the guy made no effort. He was just sort of like just skimming the surface. He's like,
That's
"Oh,
very
it's like, oh look, Kong is bigger. Kong got bigger." It's like,
wow.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Everybody, no, yeah, everybody figured that out. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's like, can he, is he talking about green? Yeah, is he talking about the green? Yeah, the
Green
green ape,
space aliens.
green ape space aliens? No.
Yeah.
So yeah, so this is the place. Yeah,
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 if you want if
we're
yeah.
lifelong. Yeah, we're lifelong Godzilla fans,
Yeah.
lifelong, and I'm a lifelong King Kong fan,
Yep.
and
30 plus years of being a Godzilla fan, lifelong and huge collector. I tried to met a bunch of creators, the suit actors, and
yeah, we've
seen the suits themselves. So
we know what we're
we
talking
know what we're
about
talking
here.
about.
So yeah, so we do ask that you please subscribe to our YouTube channel, so that we
Get
can
the right
keep,
Godzilla
yeah, get the
information
right
here.
information, and yeah, and that'll help. That's what can help us the most,
Yep.
is to try to make better videos. Is if you subscribe.
Yeah, just help out the true Godzilla fans and just kind of pass along to those I don't know what they are.
Yeah. The yeah. It's like I feel sorry. Well, his video had already gotten like over 150,000 views too.
Oh no, that's
So
gonna be a lot of
150,000 people that think that Godzilla's in
useless
Tokyo.
useless information.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah. It's
All
like,
right,
oh,
let's
and again, as you pointed out earlier, there's in that at the beginning of the trailer too, that also looked like Hong Kong. So it seems
yep.
pretty, yeah, it seems pretty decisive that this is
Yep.
Hong Kong.
Yeah, and if you guys seen the Pacific Rim movie, I think it was the first one. It's like Neo Hong Kong, and you've noticed Hong Kong did have a lot of these lights too. So I think that's uh, another takeaway that this is Hong Kong and not Tokyo.
And a reason, and again, it's like it also makes sense that I think Legendary, this film was largely, even though it's being distributed by Warner Brothers, it was largely financed by Legendary, who I
Which is a
think,
Chinese
which is
company
a Chinese company.
now.
And yeah, it's now a Chinese company. And so I think they want to sort of have the film like appeal to the Chinese market. So
Yeah,
again, not,
and
like, yeah, same with Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim had,
hmm
I think, also tried to have elements in it to
hmm
appeal, like it had like Chinese actors in it
yeah,
to try to appeal to a Chinese audience. Oh yeah. So these are, yeah. This is what we glean. So again, I don't really care too much about the plot, but the players are. It looks like Kong is sort of like, we got Kong, who's kind of like a bit of a protagonist, maybe sort of
yeah,
like a reluctant hero,
yeah.
or just sort of like
He's kind
or
of just taken away from his home and
yeah, drafted.
forced to go into battle.
Yeah,
I think he's a peaceful, what they said in Skull Island. He's a peaceful king. He's protecting other creatures and I guess like the natives
yeah. I want to see
from
that giant water buffalo again.
those.
And I'm still waiting for my giant water buffalo action figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But
I personally want to see more Toho monsters. So I don't know if there's any hidden monsters in this movie.
well, they're awfully expensive
But
though.
yeah,
It's
that's what
so I
I
don't
hear.
expect. So yeah, I doubt it.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's too. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice if Rodan and Mothra maybe kind of have a quick cameo, maybe fly in the background or something. But we'll see. I mean, I'm hoping, but maybe don't want to put too much hope into it.
yeah, but the yeah, so we got Kong as the sort of like the drafted hero,
Yeah, yeah,
and
and
we got an
Godzilla's kind of
angry,
depict
yeah, an angry, violent Godzilla,
Godzilla.
which
Yeah,
is
and
nice to see again.
I'm happy to see that because with the Heisei and Millennium films and even the original Godzilla, he's more attacking the cities, attacking the military, or defending himself against the military as too, since they're shooting at him first. So it's
Yeah,
cool to see that. It's cool to see explosions.
yeah, and
I
on
like
the
to see the city, city battles. So pretty
yeah,
excited.
and then on the human side, we've got Monarch, which is sort of like just kind of like studying the Titans, and but
Yep.
yeah, wants yeah has a positive view of the Titans.
Yep. And it
Uh,
looks like that Storm Tracker, they might be doing something similar, but maybe on a lower budget
Yeah,
scale.
Madison might be like yeah,
Yeah.
sort of like the teen squad. Yeah,
Yep.
sort of like going in, doing things doing the same thing as Monarch, but
Yep.
independently on a
Independently
low budget.
without affordization, they can just kind of do their things themselves without military consequences
Oh
or
yeah, yeah,
anything.
the
Yeah.
scrappy young kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And
Yeah.
then yeah, but then we have Apex
Apex,
Cybernetics, which is probably which I assume is going to be the
the
villain.
villainous company. Yeah.
Yeah, that they're maybe like trying to like attack the Titans or what have
Yeah.
you.
And maybe they're working with the terrorists from the last movie. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then,
yeah.
but yeah, and it looks like they're the ones who came up with. Again, if it's since it's Apex Cybernetics, it seems pretty clear that they're the ones that came up with Mechagodzilla.
Mechagodzilla. Yeah. Yeah, and if I think this Mechagodzilla might have some resemblance to Kiryu. I'm thinking maybe there's gonna be something related to that because it looks like Godzilla doesn't like having another Godzilla or a clone of him around. So.
Yeah, well, and also from the blurry toy pictures, the
Hmm.
leaked blurry toy pictures, which of course they were blurry. It's
Yeah.
like it wouldn't be a leaked picture if it wasn't
Unless
blurry.
they're blurry. Yeah.
But yeah, look, he actually seemed to resemble. Well, maybe again, maybe it'll change, but he seemed to
Yeah.
resemble the Ready Player One
Mechagodzilla. Yeah.
Mechagodzilla. So I'm
Yeah.
not sure. I'm not
With
sure
some
if I'll
red
like.
in it too.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll like that design or not. But it's sort of again that may not have even been the final design.
Uh-huh.
So who knows?
Yeah, the Ready Player One Mechagodzilla was interesting because it was an original design, but it was depicted from the '93 poster design. So the artwork poster, of course, and which is a really cool design, which we never got to see in real life. So, but I think the Ready Player One version didn't have all the extra armor. So we'll be curious to see what this one looks like. If I remember correctly, the toy had some kind of not a drill, but kind of like a grappling arm. Like I assume you can like toss it around and it'll grab stuff. So it looks like this Mechagodzilla might have new weapons.
Oh, and one thing to point out: the director, after the trailer
Mm-hmm.
premiered, the director of the movie posted, I think, on Instagram, saying that there's even more. There's a lot more monster action. There's
Oh,
like
awesome!
yeah, he said as much as you see in this trailer, there's like a lot more to it. There's a lot more to it. So he's
Excellent.
very excited. Very excited. People will be able to see the movie soon. Soon.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm
Yeah.
glad they pushed it up to March.
Oh yeah, March 26th. Yeah,
Yep,
unfortunately, I'm still hiding. I'm still hiding from in my basement, so I'll probably just be watching it on HBO
HBO
Max.
Max.
I don't know if you're
Yeah.
gonna try to find a movie theater that's
So
open.
Yeah, so I'm on the fence. Like, I really want to see in the theater. I checked the local IMAXs and it looks like they're all closed. So I'm thinking if I'm able to get permission, I'll try to get a hazmat suit and maybe go into a local AMC and hopefully be able to check it out on the big screen.
Yeah,
Fingers
yeah. Well, you
crossed.
could maybe rent out like the whole
The
like
whole
theater, like yeah, right after they open, when they open, like in the
the morning showing.
yeah, when
Yep,
they open, like rent out the first showing of the day, where it's just you. So again, hopefully that it's been the air's had time to
ventilated.
ventilate a bit. Or if you want to go all out, you could try to find like a IMAX that is open. Maybe fly to Florida. They seem to. It seems like anything goes in
In
Florida
Florida,
or closer. Well, I don't know. Maybe New Hampshire actually would
New
be more
Hampshire.
realistic.
I don't even know if there's an IMAX in New Hampshire. I can
Yeah,
look
I
it
don't
up
know.
on the
Yeah, it
web.
is a shame. I would have liked to have seen it because New England has one of the
The
bet
best IMAXs
one of the
in
best
Reading.
IMAXs in the
Yep.
country.
Yeah,
Uh,
with the laser technology.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. And so yeah, it is a shame.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
very sad.
but hopefully I'll get to see it one. Hopefully at
One
some
way or
point.
another.
Some point I'll hopefully get to see it in a theater. But we'll
Yeah.
see.
I'm hoping maybe like once this whole COVID thing's over, they can like maybe replay some of the 2021 and 2020 movies that could have been in theaters, but who knows? You know, worst case scenario, I'll just stick to my 60-inch TV. Um, if I'm lucky enough, if since I'm getting a bonus, maybe I'll see if there's a nice TV I can upgrade to 4K to get a little, better quality. So we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, because I'm not certain. Because HBO Max, I think originally they were only
Doing
doing 1080,
only 1080, so
but
I can just leave
that
with
may have changed though. So with so there were complaints.
ah
People were complaining, including me. It's like, oh, you're going to show Wonder Woman on HBO Max, but it's not
yep.
in 4K. You should
Oh,
show it
okay.
in 4K. So then they
Yep.
announced it's like, okay, yeah, starting with Wonder Woman, we are going to upgrade HBO Max to 4K.
Oh, interesting.
So if that really did happen,
Hmm.
I'm not. I think it did. I didn't pay close attention. So yeah, then I think this movie would be in 4K. My monitor, not my TV. My
Mm.
TV is 1080, but the monitor
Yep.
that I use with my computer is 4K. So I think I'd probably watch it
Ah,
in,
lucky you. Lucky you. I
watch it
only
on my monitor.
yeah, I only have a 1080p TV, and then I have a 2K monitor. But we'll see if we're lucky enough to do a little upgrade.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But the yeah, I think that's everything. Uh, Anything else I want to mention? Yeah, yeah. So yeah, as I said, we want people to please subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
We're kind of if like as news develops, I think my guessing is that we'll get more toy news soon.
Yeah.
Like Super Seven said they're going to have Super Seven is going to have some sort
Oh,
of Godzilla toy news this week.
excellent,
And
excellent.
I don't know if it'll be for the movie or something else. Probably, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. And then Funko, we saw some of the Funko Pops already, but there's more that we
Yeah,
have not seen yet.
very cool.
And so hopefully we'll see more of the Funko Pops
Yeah, and we do
probably this
know,
week.
yeah, and we believe Bandai will have something, but we don't know when those will be revealed. I mean, they just usually just pop out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So we're watching for it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very cool. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Overall, again, I'm excited. And again, I'm not really concerned. I was going to say with these. So those are the players. I'm not really concerned too much about like the exact plot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just glad that we're going to have like the monsters fighting.
Yeah.
That the monsters are going to fight. Godzilla's going to attack some cities.
Yep.
And yeah, the monsters are going to
Smash
fight
some
each other,
military.
and
Yeah.
we're going to have people running from the monsters, and there's going to be the
Yep.
military, attacking the monsters, and that's all. That's all cool. I mean,
Yeah.
you could
I just
even,
want more monsters and more, monster fights. I could do away with the dialogue, but
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
know
You could be, yeah, you could just like, yeah,
two
just
hour long Godzilla and Kong going at it.
yeah, it could all be in Japanese. It
Yeah.
would be fine with me, where I
No
could just,
subtitles.
yeah, 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 Japanese with no subtitles. And I just like, okay, yeah, something's going. Yeah, the humans are talking about Godzilla. That's all that matters. You can tell. You can tell. Okay. Uh, like that's all the humans do in the movie. It's like they talk about what are we gonna do about Godzilla?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
okay, well we'll talk about it for some more minutes until we can afford to put Godzilla back on the screen, and then we'll show
Yep.
Godzilla again. Okay. Oh yeah, cool.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, very cool. Okay. Well, I'll let you go.
All
Let you
right.
go.
So
We're gonna
yeah.
rest up. We're gonna rest up
Yeah.
for until the next thing happens.
All right. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll say goodbye. This is Heisenberg.
And G Forever, hope you enjoyed the Godzilla vs. Kong trailer and our Easter eggs and our findings from the trailer.